video of 2024. Let's do this. Now you might be thinking that this is chai, but today I am having coffee because my wife just made an amazing cup of coffee and it's really good. A very good start to this video and a very good start to 2024. So yeah, first up, wishing all of you a very happy new year. This is the first video of 2024 and I'm hoping that 2024 will be better than 2023 in terms of videos on this channel. I'm planning to do way more content and way more interesting content. That's why stay tuned. But anyway, today we're talking about this smartphone, Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus. Now, Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus is a prime example of what to expect in 2024. Solid and meaningful upgrades all over. So the year starts with a bang, especially with this smartphone. Now, today in this video, I am not allowed to share my reviews about this smartphone. I am only allowed to show you the unboxing and share my initial impressions. So that's what we are going to do. So first up, let's have a look at the unboxing experience. This time around, Xiaomi has changed the box. Earlier, we used to get white box with a photo of the smartphone, but this year they've taken a different approach. It's a red box with Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus written, and I feel that this approach is better. It will catch people's eye in the offline store. Once we remove the plastic and open up the box, inside we'll find a sleeve which says Redmi on the top. Once we open up the sleeve, first thing inside is a SIM card ejector tool. Very important. Then next up inside we have some paperwork. I don't know who reads paperwork. That is extremely boring. And after that we have a very good quality case inside the box. Now this is something that I appreciate, that they've not just given a random transparent plastic case. It's still plastic, but it is a little bit better quality and it is grey, so it won't get yellow. Next up we have the smartphone itself. We will keep it aside for now and let's see what else do we get inside the box. After the smartphone we have the 120 watt charging brick. Now that is exciting, 120 watts inside the box itself, and they're still doing that in 2024. That is highly appreciated. You also get the USB type A to USB type C cable. I feel that this should have been USB type C to USB type C. So those were the box contents. Let's keep everything inside apart from the smartphone and case. Here we go. Time to remove the plastic, which is the main thing after all. And here we have the Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus in all its glory. It's in this black color and it has a dual tone finish. Top part is actually proper black and the bottom part is a shade of grey. Like it's a couple of shades lighter than black, and the dual tone effect looks absolutely stunning in my opinion. So yeah, that was the unboxing experience. Now I have been using this smartphone for the past 10 days or so, and let's talk about my initial impressions of the Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus. First and foremost, let's talk about the design. Xiaomi has changed the design significantly this year, and that is a welcome upgrade. This smartphone has been designed beautifully, especially the placement of the camera module and the flash as well. Everything looks very aesthetic and does not look out of the place. It shows that they've put some thought into the design and just not randomly made a smartphone. I would say it's an aesthetically pleasing smartphone. Now as far as color options go, you get a variety of color options, and there's this color option with 3 colors in that, which looks aesthetic, but I feel that I will get bored of that color in just a couple of months. That's why my choice will still be the black one, because the black one is classy and you are not going to get bored of this color. You might get bored of that other color. And we anyway put a case on our smartphone. That's why I feel that going with classy colors is a better option. But yeah, that's the only color where you will get a vegan leather back panel, and all these other back panels are, I think, glass or plastic. You cannot tell because the material is very thin. I think it's plastic. I'll still confirm about that and let you know in the comment section down below. Now, when I went for the briefing and held this smartphone in my hand for the very first time, I was like, nice. This time Xiaomi has changed their approach and this smartphone is very comfortable to use. Last year the lineup was not that comfortable, but this year it is very comfortable to use. Now, what's the main story with Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus? Well, actually, it's an interesting story this year. You see, there's always been a gap between budget phones and flagship smartphones. Every year the gap is getting shorter and shorter, and this year Xiaomi has closed the gap even more with some extra features. One of those features is IP68. So normally we don't see IP68 rating in budget and mid-range smartphones. There are only a couple of them which come with IP68 rating, but now Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus has joined the party. So you do get an official IP68 rating with this smartphone, which means that you are covered in terms of water splashes and dust as well. It doesn't mean that you should take your smartphone underwater and just film it. You can do that technically, but that is not recommended, because if your smartphone gets damaged by water, Xiaomi is still not liable. It's just an IP rating which tells you that it is okay to splash some water in this. I hope you get my point. But regardless, having an official IP68 rating is awesome. One more such feature which all the other smartphones in this price range have that Xiaomi did not have up until now is an in-display fingerprint sensor. So finally, we get an in-display fingerprint sensor, which I feel is a very good experience, a premium experience, and now you do get that with this smartphone. And there is one more premium thing with this smartphone, and that is Gorilla Glass Victus protection. So yeah, you get Gorilla Glass Victus on the display, which is a very good and high quality glass. It's highly durable as well, and only flagships had this glass, but I'm glad that Xiaomi went with Gorilla Glass Victus on this smartphone. So you see, these small things completed the flagship experience, and now these small things are making their way down to budget and mid-range smartphones as well. There's just one thing missing in terms of that premium experience, that is wireless charging. If this smartphone had wireless charging, that would just be the icing on the cake, but it does not have that. But to compensate that, you do get 120 watt fast charging, which is extremely fast and convenient. Just plug in your smartphone for like 10 to 15 minutes and it will get 80 to 90% charge, which is awesome, especially useful during those times where we forget to charge our smartphone and we just have like 10 to 15 minutes left. So those were the premium features. What about the rest of the smartphone? Well, the rest of the smartphone also has got an upgrade as compared to last year. This time the processor is Dimensity 7200 Ultra, which is based on the 4nm process, and with that you get UFS 3.1 storage and LPDDR5 RAM. So fast storage, fast RAM, and a very good processor. As far as my initial impressions go, performance-wise, this phone has been solid. But you get MIUI 14 out of the box based on Android 13. This is where I have a problem with this smartphone. It should have come with Android 14 out of the box, and you don't get that. You get Android 13, which is not a good experience, to be honest. Now, Xiaomi will upgrade the smartphone to Android 14 and call it a major software update, which is not the way it should be. It should launch with Android 14 and then get major software updates. So that is a thing which I do not like. And I did ask Xiaomi about HyperOS. HyperOS will come to this smartphone. This will be one of the first smartphones to get HyperOS over here in India, but they do not have a confirmed timeline as to when HyperOS will come to this smartphone. I asked them why they did not launch this smartphone with HyperOS, and their answer was that they don't want to rush HyperOS. They want to give the users a very good and stable experience, and they're going to take their time with it, which I do appreciate. So if they do that, they give a stable experience, I will be happy. But Android 14 should have been there. What about the cameras? On the rear side, you get a couple of cameras, 200 megapixel primary camera with an 8 megapixel ultra wide angle camera, and then finally a third useless one, which is a macro camera, not usable. I feel that brand should finally eliminate the third camera and just give the macro mode inside the ultra wide angle lens, because that is a way better experience. But anyway, here are some sample photos that I've shot with the Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus. My initial impressions about the camera are positive. It is shooting detailed photos with great dynamic range. Shadows and highlights are exposed in the proper way in most of the conditions. You get a balanced photo in terms of exposure, and the detail levels are also good. I'm having a good time while shooting photos with the Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus. One thing that I like is the color matching between ultra wide and the main camera. Both of them are shooting photos which are 99% the same in terms of colors. There's not a big color shift over here, which I do appreciate. Now obviously I will talk more about the camera and its feature in my full review, so make sure you hit that subscribe button for that, because I have a lot to talk about the cameras over here. As far as video recording goes, you can shoot up to 4K at 30 fps with the rear cameras. Alright, this is a very quick front camera video test with the Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus. You guys let me know how is the video quality as well as the microphone quality of this smartphone. Is it good? Is it bad? Whatever it is, let me know in the comment section down below. And the front camera cannot shoot in 4K, maximum 1080p at 60 fps. The selfie camera is a 16 megapixel shooter and shoots some really good selfies. The selfies are detailed with good dynamic range and the skin tones are natural as well. Initial impressions about the selfie camera are positive. Now there's one thing that I have not talked about, that is the display. So you get a curved display with the Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus, and honestly I don't like that. I would have preferred a flat display, and I'll tell you the reason why. The other two smartphones in this series come with a flat display. Redmi Note 13 and Redmi Note 13 Pro. Both of them have a flat display and both of them look way better as compared to Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus, and that is my personal opinion. Your opinion might be different, but I would prefer a flat display. But nevertheless, the display itself is top notch. It's AMOLED, 120Hz, very bright, outdoor visibility is not a problem. The colors are very good, the saturation level is good, the contrast ratio is good, and consuming content on this display is an awesome experience. Xiaomi completely completely changed their display game with Redmi Note 10 series, and they've continued that trend, and I'm really glad that they're doing such a good job in terms of the display. Also, 120Hz is working smooth. I have not noticed any major jitters or lags whatsoever. It has been a smooth, buttery experience. Well, as far as my initial impressions go. Apart from that, you get NFC in the smartphone. There's a pair of stereo speakers which sound great, and you also get an IR blaster which can be used to control appliances like TVs and ACs. What else? What else? I think I have covered everything that I had written in the pointers. So it's time to sum up the Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus as far as my initial impressions go. So my initial impressions about this smartphone are very positive. As I said, it has closed the gap between mid-range and flagship smartphones even further, and that is always a good thing. So the year has started with a great smartphone. Only the pricing is the thing that is left. I don't know the pricing as I am shooting this video. I am hoping that this smartphone will be somewhere around 26 to 27,000 rupees, maybe 28, not more than that. If it comes above 30,000 rupees, then that is going to be a problem. I'm going to place my bet on 27,000 rupees, that is 26,999. Let's see what the pricing comes out. So I will make sure to drop the pricing in the description box below, and all the details like when the sale will go live, what are the bank offers and something like that. So make sure you check the description box and also the pinned comment. Also, from now on, I'm going to give a disclaimer in my videos that this video was not sponsored by Xiaomi. They just provided me with the review unit and they did not do anything else. Only the review unit which gives me early access, and Xiaomi has not seen this video before publishing it. So as and when you are seeing it, at the same time Xiaomi is also seeing this video. So I hope that point is clear. Thank you so much for watching. Do let me know what do you feel about this video in the comment section down below. Like this video, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.